Hey guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video of the top 15 Cedar Fair wooden roller coasters. There are many wooden coasters at Cedar Fair parks, but this is my opinion of what the best ones are. There are going to be mixed reactions on this. Let's move on. Here are some nominees, and let's move on. Number 15 is Thunderhawk at Dorney Park. I believe this is the oldest coaster on this list. It's a very old coaster, and it's just an okay ride. Number 14 is High Roller at Valley Fair. This is another smaller, out-and-back wooden coaster, and it has an okay layout. It's not the smoothest wooden coaster out there. It's kind of traditional. It's not too special. Number 13 is the Grizzly at California's Great America. The layout seems okay. I don't really know too much about this coaster. It seems like an interesting ride, so that's why I'd say number 13. Number 12 is Mean Streak at Cedar Point. A lot of people consider this one of the worst coasters they have ridden. I can agree it's one of the worst roller coasters at Cedar Point. But if you ride this coaster in the front row, it's okay, and it's turn after turn after turn. If these were like insane RMC turns, this ride would be super awesome. Or like GCI type turns, this ride would be much better if it was smoother. But it's at number 12. Number 11 is Hurler at King's Dominion and Carowinds. There are two Hurler clones. The one at King's Dominion is pretty good in the front row, and then the rest of the seats are not that good. And then the one at Carowinds is just okay. It's smooth, but it doesn't provide airtime like the one at King's Dominion. Number 10 is Mighty Canadian Mindbuster at Canada's Wonderland. This is an interesting coaster. It may not be the smoothest, may not be the roughest. It's a decent wooden coaster. The airtime is pretty good. Number 9 is Grizzly at King's Dominion. This is a good wooden coaster. It may be kind of rough sometimes, but you get some decent airtime, and the terrain use is very good. This coaster would be nothing without its terrain use. Number 8 is Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. Ghost Rider is getting renovated for 2016, so it is up for debate if it could be higher or lower on the list. It would be lower if it still had the CCI track, but it's being renovated, so I can imagine this being a much better experience than what it was. Number 7 is Blue Streak at Cedar Point. A lot of people could be kind of arguing with this fact. Blue Streak, it's so small, the airtime is okay, but I think this coaster seems like a decent ride. The stats might not be that great, but the airtime is awesome on this ride. It's airtime hill after airtime hill. It may not be the largest wooden coaster or the newest wooden coaster on this list, but it's still a pretty fun ride. Number 6 is Racer and the Rebel Yell at Kings Island and King's Dominion. Both these coasters are very fun because of their awesome airtime hills. These coasters race each other. Both these coasters have similar layouts, but their turnarounds are slightly different, which is why I'm putting two coasters at number 6, the Racer and Rebel Yell. Let's move on to our top 5. Now, number 5 is Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure. This is the highlight attraction of the park, because they don't have too many coasters. And this coaster is airtime hill after airtime hill after airtime hill. And this is an awesome coaster. It may not be the smoothest woody in the world, but it's still very fun. And number 7 through number 5 could have been rearranged, but that was my opinion of number 7 through number 5. And now to number 4, which is Prowler, the first GCI to be on this list. This is the GCI I've least researched about, but it's still a very good ride. Number 3 is Renegade at Valley Fair. This is another awesome GCI. It has an awesome curve S drop, an S curve drop, something like that. And the turns are awesome. It's the newest coaster at Valley Fair for now. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is Gold Striker at California's Great America. This coaster has a curved drop in a tunnel, which is pretty interesting, and it's the newest coaster in the park. And number 1 is the Beast at Kings Island. This coaster may not be as smooth as these GCIs, but this coaster has some very good terrain use, a few good airtime moments, and it's a super long ride. Longest coaster in America. Unbelievable. There's like 7,000 feet of track on this ride. The drops seem pretty good. And yeah, this is a great coaster. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.